Semen retention day number 21, 3 weeks. I want to give an honest update on what's happening. The brain is being de-sexualized. No porn, no stimulation whatsoever on sex. The brain gets a reset. It sounds crazy, but when you watch porn as a man, and when you're horny for women all the time, once you are with a woman, your brain is so programmed to see them as a piece of pussy. I'm sorry to use that language. I really am, but I think it's the only way to dig down to the root of how powerful that actually is, and of how much importance it is. If you masturbate to porn, and if you constantly look at women and you look at their ass and their tits and you see that piece of meat that excites you, you train your brain to see that when you see a woman. And that is the main thing you're gonna look after when you choose a mate, when you choose a partner, or with who you're gonna be. And that's a big tragedy. You will be trapped in all of the shallow things, but I'm not going into that. I want to speak about what happens if you're in semen retention for a longer time. So 21 days, and I can feel the change. I would say I'm less horny in the normal sense, as what you call horny. I'm less horny in the way of just looking for flesh, just looking for ass and tits and seeing women who are extremely good looking and I just want them. I don't feel that anymore. That is slowly fading away. That is going into the background. That is not anymore that intense craving. It is as if you are making a sugar detox and suddenly your cravings, these burning cravings, they are gone. You feel a hunger. You feel a desire, of course, but that desire is deeper. Same as with the diet, when you crave the sugar, you just want something fast, you want it right now. But once you're detoxed from it, you want a good meal. You want to sit down and you want to enjoy the meal. You want something that nourishes you. The same is with sex. You want something that nourishes your soul, your heart. You're no more in for the shallow, quick stuff. And that's a wonderful feeling when your brain is not just going straight into those thoughts when you meet a woman. No, you meet a woman and you feel like the first thing that seems important is the connection. Can you laugh with her? Can you have a good time? You look at her smile, at her eyes. You might feel her energy, her vibe. That's what happens to me. I'm more interested in that. It doesn't feel like I need the other satisfaction so fast. I can have more time, more relaxation in it. It literally is a desexualization of the brain. And when the brain is not so loud anymore, chomping on women, imagining them, that's a huge point, always imagining them naked, then it seems like the heart can speak louder. It seems like the lust gets into the heart, you know? And for some time, because I did semen retention many, many times, I always thought, I'm not horny anymore. If I'm on semen retention, I'm not horny anymore, but it's not true. I'm not craving that shallow thing, that shallowness, that intense craving that much anymore. That is gone, yes, but underneath something more silent, more steady, something with more depth is slowly emerging, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the next weeks, in the next months. And the attachment to women is slowly decreasing. It is decreasing. You see, imagine your last breakup, something that really disturbed you. Imagine you wouldn't have had sex with that woman. Imagine you would have kept it in a way of you did many things with her, enjoyed many things in life, maybe conversation, sports, whatever was left except sex, you enjoyed that with that woman. Would the breakup have happened? First question. Secondly, would it have been that attached and painful? Maybe you would have missed her like a friend. But would there have been all of that weird attachment that comes by sex, because sex is so bonding? It really merges two souls together. Would that have happened still? So I believe there is a detachment, something where you can have a lighter connection with women. They feel you're not so dependent on them because you don't need them as their sexual object. You don't need them anymore. You can be more free, you can enjoy the conversations, the sports, you have the focus on that. And they can feel there is not that urge to jump straight into bed. You lose that attachment. They lose power. And now imagine also this question, or ask yourself this question. If you struggle to let go of a woman right now, if you cannot let go of her, if you feel attached and you seem like you cannot walk away, ask yourself this question. If you remove sex and all the sexual things from this relationship that you're having there, would you still want to stay with that woman? Would you still want to meet her? Would you still want to be with her? Ask yourself that question with all honesty. What remains when you remove sex from her? When she's no more the sexual satisfaction for her, just a person? If the answer is you stay, then stay and make that your primary focus. Nurture those things in the relationship. But if the answer is seemingly a no, I would not want to, which can seem harsh, but you need to be honest there, then remove yourself, because often it's just the sex that keeps us. Especially us men, and then we become more a slave to the sexual energy than what we wish to be, you see? So make that challenge. Remove sex. Interact differently with females, with the women. And if you're in semen retention, this will naturally happen. You will naturally seek those kinds of connections. Because your brain functions differently, as I explained now. Day 21, folks. We're getting to the root of the heart of life. And that's a good path. It's a very good path.